can it be done? Could I ask AI that I would like to have a small little website, a content management system, so I can put my notes on it or little pages, my images, videos, and then I can see them on my computer or phone. Would it be able to do that? And I know that I could do the same with, say, installing WordPress. And then I could also install PHP, Apache, MySQL, or I could put another CMS and use that. But I just want a small thing. I just want it to just start and run. So could I ask AI to deliver precisely what I want? Is it possible at all? This is the story of NoPressure, the AI native, tiny little website system. I will come back to the question in a moment, but as I started down the journey to build such a system, I came across two more questions. One was, what does it mean to be AI native as a system? And the other one was, what does it mean to be AI native as a person? On the system side, if you are close to technology and you have a tiny little website system, you might tell it that I want to replace the self-signed certificates with Let's Encrypt. If that sounded technical, here is a less technical one. I want a new theme, and it should have bluish tint and a classical font. And I guess one of the most frequent ones might be, write me an essay, and then voila, it's on the web page. Now, what is very interesting is that all of this wide spectrum of requirements go against the same system. I don't want to go into the configuration and set up Let's Encrypt and get a TLS certificate. And why would you want to know what's the RGB code of the blue color that you want? So there is this whole spectrum of what an AI native system should be able to cater to. I have high regard to the IT operations people who deal with all the complexity of wiring together all the mess that IT systems are today. And I particularly feel with them because for the past 6-7 years I've been freelancing, and now it's my job to not just deliver the system but also operate it and make sure it works. And things like certificates and all these other tiny little things are a big chore. But also we want the system to seamlessly support all the user level functions like content generation or the kind of settings that are not trivial but make a website nice. Now, on the personal side, I've been doing technology since Java 0.9, and actually, the first paid-for software product I ever done was in Turbo Pascal and ran on DOS. So that's where it started, and then went all the way up to large banking systems. And as a freelancer, and by the way, I'm sure it's exactly the same for large companies as well, but as a freelancer, I'm here alone. What if there was this helper? And actually, it's not one helper, it's a helper that can multiply. So I can tell it to do one thing and then start another thing, and these all run in parallel and do little bits and pieces, and then it all comes together into one. Could we work with AI to design the system, deliver the code, test it, package it, so do the whole process end to end? That would be amazing. That's the journey I would like you to join me on. And please like and subscribe so that you see when I post new videos. On one level, on a more technical level, NoPressure is open source. So please do take a look at the code, download it, use it, self-host your web page with it. And by the way, I just listened to changelog. We are recording in mid-January 2026. And on changelog, they just mentioned that self-hosting is coming back because all those chores I mentioned up front about setting up your own system is now helped by AI. So this system, NoPressure, is designed from the ground up to be AI native, or it will be. So join me and see how this evolves. On another level, on more the personal side, we have seen Copilot, Augment Code, JetBrains AI, and then came Windsurf, Cursor, Claude Code, Codex, and Gemini CLI. There are all these tools. Do they work? How do they work? So I would also like to stay kind of on the boundary between technology and business. And by business, I mean more what you are doing in general, and technology supports what you are doing. So this is a little bit dangerous journey, because what I try to get to is, can we get AI to do this as a whole? Now, what's next? I will need to do a bit of explanation of what NoPressure can do. So that's a bit technical. And then I also want to look back on what are all the learnings and outcomes for this roughly 1 year. I started developing NoPressure in March 2025. So we are at roughly the 10-month mark. And I also want to dive into more what's coming. How do we make this system truly AI native, and how does it reflect in the design, and how does it reflect in how do we approach it, and how do we leverage AI to deliver that? So NoPressure it is. I'm TeeAy. Please join me on this journey, like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.